Hi everyone, Sharon here, the Cottage Lane Stamper. Having a few technical difficulties here today. Not sure what's going on. I was trying to use iPhone, and the option that I use to flip my screen so everything is forward reading isn't there now. I don't know. I just can't keep up with this stuff. So I'm trying to see if I can actually find myself on so I'm using my Android, and I have fewer problems with that as far as sound. Anyway, I hope so. Anyway, let me know. Hi, Vicki. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Okay. And I'm not, there we go. Oh, I gotta turn the sound down on this one. So now, hopefully I can see comments on the other phone. So, it's always something, isn't it? It's just crazy. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. If you're new, welcome. If you're a friend that's been here before, thank you for coming. You're gonna get too old for this. I don't know. Anyway, today I'm featuring something from the new catalog, and there's been quite a bit out about it already, so I'm sure you'll find other ideas out there. It's on page 28 and 29. It's called the Pansy Petals suite. I'm not using the whole suite. Let's see, what is in the suite? It is, I didn't get the trinkets. So I bought the paper and the bundle of the stamp set and dies. So there are, like I said last week, if you remember, the catalog, our annual catalog, used to be called the idea book. And if you go through it, you will find lots and lots of ideas for, hi Pam, lots and lots of ideas for cards. And if you see a sample on here that you like, let me know what it is. And we have recipes that they let us download, and we can get all the supplies that you would need. So I think I need to double check, but I think I can probably share that. And if I can, I'll upload it into the files section. So it's called recipes. So, and they're very basic. So I guess that's all I'll say about that. Anyway, today I wanted to show, I'll put the phone down here in a minute. I've got a few samples. This stamp set, Pansy Patch, it's got some really, I love the font that they use in this. And it's got some really cute sentiments. And let's see, how many stamps are there? There's 23 stamps in this. So I've stamped them out for you, and I'll show you that in a minute. And the die set, I didn't start playing with it until this morning. I was a little overwhelmed, let me tell you. There are 21 dies in this set. And I thought, oh, am I ever going to be able to figure out what goes where? But I did. So that's good news. So if I can figure out, you guys can figure it out, because I'm old and blonde, right? So anyway, let me just show you what is in the stamp set here. So I'm going to put my phone down. Hopefully, as well. Get my light out of the way here. And make sure I got not so much my big belly. There. There we go. I'm going to move my light so we got a little bit more light. And I'll turn this around. I apologize. Everything is backwards. So we'll start with the stamps. And there are, sorry. I haven't used my voice much this morning at all. Well, I haven't at all. And I always have a frog. So there are, let me get the stamp set back out here. So I can put this side by side here. Hopefully you can see that. So this is the stamp here, and this is the background stamp. And when you do the background stamp, you always want to use a lighter color. And then this is the more detailed stamp. And then you want to do that in a darker color. And so that's the one big flower. And I didn't finish here. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. This is a smaller one. And like I said, the lighter, the background lighter, and the dark one, the more detailed darker. And there is a little tiny bud. So here you can see I stamped it lighter, and well, this is the same shade actually, but normally I would stamp, if you don't have two different color inks that go well together, like Daffodil Delight and Crushed Curry, just stamp off once when you do your background, and that'll give you the lighter color, especially if you're starting out and you can't afford all the inks, right? So and then just stamp full strength the second one. So, and then these are the little I don't know, they look like little faces to me. I'm not sure why. But this one goes inside of here, and that one goes inside of here. And this is more detailed. So, if I got that right? No, this goes in this one too. This is there are two different shaped leaves. So, stamped off once in the darker. And same with that. And then there are some stems. And I think that's it. This one looks like I started here, but I didn't finish the whole thing. I love how this one turned out, which is using this one. This is with just Pacific Point. So I loved how, actually I stamped off twice for the background on that, and once for the detail. But I want to tell you, I found it easier, if you're going to be stamping these, stamp the detail one first, and then it's much easier to line up the background. That's me. You can try however you want, but I found that to be the case with both the leaves and the flowers. So those are all the flowers that are in the stamp set, and here are the dies. So I'll bring the dies in here. Like I said, there are 21 pieces. I'll pull this out so you can see better. It's called Pansy Dies. And when I see pansies, I think of my grandmother. She was a great baker and gardener. And she always had pansies. And I loved them. So this is the background. It almost looks like a butterfly. And then, which is this one here. Try to pull these off and put it that way. And then this is like the detail one. And the little, kind of reminds me of an owl or something. There's that one there. And this is the back petals here. So let me move this in. I think this is a little off. You make two of these for the background. So this stamp, this die here goes on these two petals here. And, oh, here I did a hole. This I actually stamped and die cut. So, and here are the leaves. I love that the leaves, all of these are embossed, which I think is just awesome. Now, if you can see that, but there's embossing on the leaves, on all the petals, even this little tiny, I love this one. I don't know why, but it's like my favorite. Little bud leaf. So, and here's how the whole pansy goes together. So you have this one in the background, and then you put this one on top. And this little tiny dot here, I should mention that in the stamp set too, goes in the center. So in the stamp set, there is this tiny little piece, and it goes, it's the center of your flower right here. Also, I want to mention, the new stamp sets in the catalog will be coming like this. There will no longer be a printed insert. I don't know if I have a stamp set handy, but I think you know what I mean. Let's see if I have one laying here. So here's like, friends are like seashells. And we had acetate with printing on them, so you would know where the stamp would go. Well, they're not doing that anymore. Instead, it comes like on another piece of window sheet, a thicker piece of window sheet, and then the insert is just printed on here. So you just take off, put your stamps on here, or you can leave them in between. I prefer to put them on here so I know if something's missing. And then, as you can see, if you've been stamping a while, you know the photopolymers will discolor, but that doesn't affect the image. It's like you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, right? So your colors, your photopolymers, especially when you're using the reds or the purples or the pinks, they are going to discolor, but it doesn't affect them at all. So that's the new stamp case, and I wanted to mention that. And then there's that tiny little one in there. Here, at some point, I thought I lost it already today. So it's this tiny little one that goes in the center of your flower. So that is that. And if you have any questions, let me know. I can actually see my comments. So, like I said, there's 21 dies in here. So it's just, that's a lot. But I think once you get it and you start playing with it, you're really going to have fun. So, and I looked up pansies on YouTube or in Google, and there are tons of different color pansies. So, this is the card we will be making today. So, and it took me a while to get the design. I actually did, and I'll have to give her credit here. I cased this from another demonstrator, and I'll have all the information about that and all the dimensions and supplies on my blog. So this is the card we will be making. So if we can get this out of the way a little bit. See the card there. Or maybe now I just got it off center too much. Yeah, I should leave that lined up there. There. Good. Okay. So I have pre-cut everything. And like I said, I'll have all the dimensions on my blog. So we're going to start out with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. It's our standard size, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to burnish that a little bit. Yeah. Get that going. And then this is one of the new in colors. It's called Fresh Freesia. And I think I'm going to love this color. It reminds me of the Purple Posy that we were, and I didn't cut this down far enough, that we had as an ink color that just left us, and we never had the ink for it. So I'm thrilled that they came with this. So, and again, if you're new and watching and don't have a catalog, let me know. If you have a demonstrator, holler and let her know you need one. Otherwise, if you don't have a demonstrator, please contact me and I'd be happy to supply you with a catalog. My feeling is if a demonstrator provides you with a catalog, then you should be shopping with her. So that's just my own personal quirk. So I just need to trim this down a little bit. I thought I had measured it, but apparently I hadn't. So get that out of there. So this is going to fit right in there, and I'm just going to bring my Stampin' Seal Plus and put this on here. Whoop! Stuck. And we're going to center that there. And then I have a piece of, this is Whisper White, and this is one of the new dies we have too. It's from Scalloped Contours, and I love this. I didn't buy the bundle, and now I'm kicking myself because I've seen the flowers and I should have bought it. I always say buy the bundle. So there are actually 5 different frames in here, and I used, excuse me, the largest one. Piece of paper cut in there, and they're all scalloped, and I love they have a little label one too. And then they have this one where you can scallop the side of the card. and then maybe put a designer series paper on the edge. So anyway, I saw this and I just loved it. So let me get this out of the way. So I die cut that, and I just love the scalloping on there. Get this here. Whoop. We're going to center this right on here. There's a little adhesive on there. I don't know, I think with the, it just gives a little added interest there. And then, oh, I didn't show you the DSPs. I get distracted. I think I've got ADHD actually. But, so these are the DSPs, and they're just lovely. I just love all the colors in them, and the pansies. And I love this. They brought back some gingham. I love gingham. Apparently, I'm not the only one because they brought it back. And I'm going to put these upside down. So this one is just full of like a garden of pansies. And then it's got a cute little color on the back. It's almost like a petty point. And this one's all leaves. And this is, I believe, the new In Colors Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. And I believe this is Soft Seafoam. So, and there is that Soft Succulent and the gingham. And I thought I'd turn I love this one too. I just love floral things, I guess. And this has got a really nice masculine background with those 3 greens in it. And this one, you can die cut the pansies from this. Your dies will fit this. So I'm going to show a card later with this on it. And I just love, they're doing that more and more, and I love that they're doing that. Oh, and the back of that one is like a dotted stripe. So, and I don't have the colors right offhand, but I'll list those two, the coordinating colors that they have in there. So we've got that down. Now that I'm back to my card. And then I've got some of the gingham. Oh, isn't that cute? I didn't show that, did I? I must have forgot to flip it over, but I love this one too. So we're going to put this on here. You guys have to keep me on task. I get distracted way too easy. And I just put this, centered it right there. Isn't that lovely? I mean, you could just add a sentiment and that would be perfect the way it is. Sometimes I really like simple. So then I used one of the other dies from that scalloped contour scallop. I'll get the name down just as the catalog expires. Trying to look at my lines here and center it. I don't want to have a crooked line. So then, let's see. I had my, I don't know what I did with it, my silicone craft sheet here earlier. And I misplaced it again. So, this is the background for this lovely little guy. So we're just going to use a little bit of blue here. And I'm just going to put some little dots on here. There we go. And line him up. It's kind of hard to see white on white there. Sometimes what I like to do is just take another block and just put it on top till it, so it just kind of adheres a little bit better. And then we have 2 of these guys. This is the Fresh Freesia also. And let's see what I've got here. There, looks like I forgot to die cut my edges. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I am just going to wing it. Instead of stopping and die cutting, I'm going to just use a little, I'm going to do a sponging technique. Sponge it. Oh, there's my silicone mat. It's on the floor. Haha! There we go. If you don't have one of these, you're going to love it. I would say it should be part of your essential kit. Whoa. Where are my purples? Here we go. Blackberry Bliss. I don't want Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to use Fresh Freesia. And we're just gonna, we don't have these discontinued these stamps, and these sponges, I should say. So I'm just going to, there. Otherwise I would have die cut. I don't know how I missed die cutting those. So, just add another technique. And we're just going to put these right behind here, like that. We're going to do some blue. Whoop. Drag my finger right through that. And these just kind of line up behind here. Like so. Apparently I didn't get enough glue on there. There. And then we have our little, kind of reminds me of a bat or something, I don't know. This little guy goes in the middle. Up, put him down there, and then I forgot to die cut the little center too. Boy, I'm on a roll here. Well, I guess we're going to haul out the dies. And while we're at it, we may as well die cut some of those edges. So this is when the little mini boss comes in handy. It's not what it's technically called. It's Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Great for these small jobs. Put this in here. And we'll just get some Blackberry Bliss scraps out of my scrap bin. And we're going to cut 2 of these. I'm going to cut that down so I can get both of these on here. There. Cut 2 of those. And this little guy, which is great, it cuts like 3 at a time. So that's wonderful. Just crank him through. Oop. Slides on my paper. That away. And set them off to the, oh, I need one more, I forgot. I need one more of those little poopy jivers. Little eyebrows. That remind me of eyebrows. And get you back in here. And what I do with the lid, there we go. There. Alrighty. Done with that. Whoop. Good thing it cut out 3 of those because I just lost one on the floor. So we'll bring this guy back. And I'm going to just kind of, I can't pick things up. My silicone mat, we'll just do it the way I originally did. So I'm just going to put a few little dots on here. And line up the edges. They do line up. I just have to figure out where here. There. And the other one is stuck in here. Now if you're new to die cutting, they have 8 little ejection holes in here. So you can just pop it out, which is good. And we'll put a little bit of glue on him. Whoop! Stuck to my finger. There we go. There, that's better. There's the plan, man. Okay, now I found this easiest way to do this was just to put a little bit of glue in the center here. And then use my take your pick tool. Make sure I've got the right side up. Just kind of lined it up. And I went with the point up. This is kind of like a raindrop almost shape. And I went with a little point up. So that's our little pansy there. So then I stamped some of the other pansies. We got these guys, and then I got my flowers. I mean my leaves. Let's see. So the backgrounds I die cut out of Pear Pizzazz, and I got an extra one there. And get the rest of this guy out here. And then the detail ones I die cut out of Old Olive. So we'll just get this leaf in here. There. I love that. You could do tone on tone too if you wanted to. When I stamp these are all tone on tone. I use the Fresh Freesia paper and stamped them. So give a little bit of line those up a little bit. Get them, and then I did sponge my little blossom or bud or whatever you want to call it. So I just took a little to give it a little bit of dimension. Go all the way around on this one, I think. And then we're just going to glue these little guys together. Make sure I have the embossed side up. There. Stick them together. I could use a dimensional there too. That would give it a little bit more dimension. And there's that. So I think we are going to put this guy together. So move these aside. So I took this leaf down here and put them there. I'm just going to use a little glue again. You can see I stamped on the other side and just flipped it over and re-stamped again. It's always a second chance. And then this is going to go there. So I'm just going to highlight, kind of lay these out a little bit. And tuck that there and that one there. And the leaf is going to go here. So I'm going to put my leaf down first. Kind of slide him in right about here. And then my pansy, my little pansies. And there's the second one. Whoop. I keep forgetting to put the two little petals at the top. There. And then this one I did use dimensionals. So I'm going to put one right in the middle there, and one there, and kind of holds everything in place then. Well, these guys remind me of fish scales. I don't know why, but we're going to tuck him down here. And then this little guy is going to go over here. So I'm going to put him there. Bring my silicone mat in. Kind of glue him down. It would have, had I been thinking, I would have die cut this using the adhesive sheets, so, but didn't think of that until just now. There. I love that little blossom, that little bud. I think it's so cute. And then I took a piece of DSP, and it's about 2 3/4 inches long. And I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back, put him there, tuck him underneath a little bit, and then I have a piece of white cardstock that's about 2.5 by 3/4, I believe. Like I said, the dimensions will all be on my blog later. And I stamped it in Fresh Freesia. I need to get the Happy Birthday stamp out. I forgot I had it. I cleaned everything up and put it away, and we got to leave this guy out. So, stamp him. I should use my photopolymer mat. We'll see how well I do here. I gotta do it right side up because it's crooked. See how it turns out. Not bad for being upside down and crooked and everything. And then I did use, unless I put it away, I was busy cleaning after I finished the Lovely Labels Pick a Punch. And I like to use this upside down. So I like to just slide it in there and kind of center it and punch. Now this is a little bit small, and I did have trouble getting it out, so, because it's a little short. So am I. See, there we go. Get that out of there. And we'll just use a little bit of adhesive on that. Whoop. And put it on right side up. Kind of center it a little bit. So there it is. And I think to finish this off, I didn't think of it until just now, but I would go in and stamp maybe one of these pansies on the inside too. I think that would be really cute. So there is today's card. And I'm going to try and do this if for my Tuesdays at 2. So I know not everybody's an avid card maker. And so I try to do some stepped up ones or more simplified ones. So I don't know. This one is just basically stamping and one die cut. Or I die cut the pansies. But everything else is stamped. So it's kind of similar. It's got this background. And then I just stamp the flower here, the bud. And then this one is really easy because all I did was I die cut the leaves and the bud, and these are from the DSP. So, and then I just simply stamped happy birthday on that one. So, I think that makes it a little bit easier. Let me know which one you like the best, which one you would probably do. And I'll post these on my Facebook page and then also on my blog later. So let me get this out of the way. I like the sponges instead of the daubers too, Vicki. I have daubers and I haven't used them very much, and I've had them for years, and some of them, they aren't Stampin' Ups, but they did start to fall apart on me. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and I want to thank you for stopping in, and if you have any questions, just post them below, and I'll get back. I always read my comments almost as soon as they pop up, or I try to anyway. Sometimes I get busy and don't get to them right away. But thanks for stopping in, and take care, and God bless. Bye.